put your left hand on top and twist, counterclockwise.
Okay, this is where I gotta remember what counterclockwise is. Okay.
Like lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Right, there we go. I like lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay.
And is there a seal on there?
No, I
Okay,
planned
so
ahead. I already planned ahead.
So the lid in your hand, put the lid back on the table. Thank you. So find a knife, put it in your hand. Now take the knife and put it in the peanut butter, and then turn 2 turns till you scoop some. 2 turns, then pull it out.
Okay.
Okay. Now put the jar of peanut butter back on the table with the empty space.
I got this is where I flare it up. This is where I got peanut butter here.
What? Well, that's what you said.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going for. I got peanut butter and a knife.
Okay. Am I keep going?
By all,
I can pick up.
go for it.
Lower your right hand to the piece of bread on the right plate.
Okay.
Place the peanut butter in the middle of the slice of bread.
Okay. It's on there.
Using medium pressure, move your hand while holding the knife.
Oh, got it. Okay.
You're recording, while holding the knife in your right hand and holding the bread with your left hand.
Like that.
Move your right hand, which is holding the knife, slowly to the left, to the edge of the bread, and stop, and move it slowly to the right side of the bread.
I love that. What's your name, love? What's your name?
Nicole.
Nicole, that was awesome.
I am the least logical computational thinker you've ever. But I will tell you, having you do this visually for me, if I were to take a computer science class, which I did not do great at when I took it in high school, this would have helped me.
Sweet. This is like the whole point of this. Is like, it becomes a mess. I have peanut butter on my hands.
Yeah.
I have knives on the floor. But it gets them to like, your words matter, your instructions matter. You're gonna get frustrated. Things are gonna break. It's all good. It's fun. That's gonna be the whole point of this presentation of like, hey, computer science is supposed to be fun. It doesn't need to be a drag. Like, it's good. It's okay.
If you actually complete one.
They don't care.
But I do,
for real. I'm like,
have you noticed a connection? I'm interrupting your presentation.
Oh no, by all means, we will.
I'm a visual person, right? Which I think is probably when I've struggled like writing code, that I'm not great at that. Do you notice that kids that are visual people, like when you start to explain computer science this way, it makes more sense? Because I'm thinking, this would have made so much more sense to me.
Yep. Because what happens next is like, okay, we got.
In my head, I'm visualizing it in my head before I'm doing it.
Because what happens here is that we'll get one part done and they're like, all right, we're just gonna repeat it for the other one. Then they don't realize that like jelly behaves differently, or that like the cap is different. So then they're like, oh, this is different, like functions, this does different things. Like we can really break it down into, hey, this is a variable, this is a function. Like we can repeat code, so my people who like already know programming a little bit, they'll be like, oh, we can just use a loop. And it's like, wow, great, I don't gotta teach you anything for the next couple of weeks. So then now they gotta repeat it. So whatever you did, just repeat it again. So I'm gonna do what we just did here. I'm just gonna, scoop 2 times. I love the 2 rotations, because now we're talking about specifics.
Yeah.
This is where they yell at me that I'm using a knife for jelly, but hey, that's neither here nor there. And then the going to the edge.
You don't use a knife for jelly?
I've got a spoon. I have a
squeeze jar, so I do a squeeze jar.
I like the squeeze one, because then they're like, okay, squeeze it, and then they're just waiting for the jelly, and it's like, oh, now I really have the class.
With the thin one, not the whole.
But that's awesome. Like you could stop there and be like, okay,
spreads across.
like what part of the variable can you repeat?
We can stop at any point. We can, because this is a whole day. Because I'll have them first work in pairs, and I'll say, hey, you two, like, write instructions, and then we'll do it in front of the class, and then we'll do, hey, now we're brushing your teeth, and that's like their end of day assessment or whatever. But then we'll get to like this part, and it's like, okay, put it together, and then I'll have something, like I got a random peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and now I have high school students that are like hungry and excited, and now they want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right.
So now I have the hook of computer science. You get food at the end of it, and it's an easy A for the first week, Because with my high school students, it's usually like how to get them started, and then how to make sure I have them hooked for week 2. If I start throwing them code the first day or after the first week or whatever, I'm gonna lose them, especially my visual learners or my ELs or my, my special ed or whatever. This is an easy win for all of my students, and it gets them hooked. Whether it's peanut butter jelly, brushing your teeth, opening the door, depending on the class, I'll read the room and we'll do multiple of these. But yeah. And